students, welcome to La Excellence. Welcome to the session on current affairs through maps. And this is a new series where we will be updating about the current affairs which are important for you. Especially, we will be focusing on the map pointings. Geography through maps video we used to release just 15 days before exam. But this year, lot of students started asking that if you can give us at regular intervals, it will be easy for us to revise as well. And as I will be focusing mostly on world geography through maps, this lecture will focus mostly about the world events and also some current affairs which are important from India's point of view as well. But for geography optional, where the students want to focus on the map pointings with respect to India, there I will have a different series which I will be releasing within a week. But this particular program, that is current affairs through maps, will be updated regularly once in 2 days, 3 days, as and when we get good map pointings that are important. We will be seeing them. Is that fine? So let's quickly get into what are the important map pointings that we need to see. The very first important thing is about a port facility in Yemen. If you can observe this, Hodeidah, right, in Yemen, Al-Hodeidah people say, yes, it is actually closer to your Bab el-Mandab Strait. Okay, here you have Red Sea and here you have, right, Gulf of Aden. And this Bab el-Mandab Strait actually separates these two. Why is this in news? If you observe, Yemen after Arab Spring had lot of issues, and one major problem was the northern part is actually under the control of the terrorist groups, and this part, the Hodeidah region, is actually under the control of the Houthi rebellions. And these Houthi rebellions are Shia group, and it is believed that this Shia group has support from Iran. And Iran is sending weapons to the Houthi groups through this port. So, the Arabian countries, Arab countries are coming together and they were planning to capture this particular port so that whoever can control this port, they can put a check on the weapons and money supply, whatever is happening to the Houthi rebels in the Yemen. Right? So let's see geographically, then I'll explain the significance of this with respect to India. The second important thing, as you see, for us, Red Sea, like it has Yemen has border with Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, and Strait of Bab el-Mandab is also important. On the other hand, you have a place by name or country by name Djibouti. So let's see about that as well. So if you look at this, this is your Djibouti, right? Djibouti is one of the most important places in the world today. The reason for this is United States, France and many other countries had port facilities in this region. And recently China also got a port facility here. And the main aim of this is to ensure that through the Suez Canal, most of the ships whichever comes through this is actually captured, or piracy is occurring. Pirates, you might have heard. Somalian pirates usually capture the ships in this region. And that has led to a lot of international problems, especially with respect to trade. And several countries are guarding this region. And for that, Djibouti's port had lot of demand. China also wants this so that it can guard its ships, and also many people say China is extending its string of pearls in the African countries, and Djibouti is also an important place. Saudi Arabia, if you can observe, it is believed that Djibouti also has lot of Sunni Muslims, and Saudi Arabia has a significant influence in Djibouti. And Saudi Arabia is also taking a port facility in Djibouti, and from this port facility it is trying to attack the Houthi rebellions who are usually Shias present in the Yemen. So for that, Saudi Arabia has also requested Djibouti to give the port facility. India, on the other hand, is making high-level visits to ensure that India also gets a port facility here. Arab countries, especially UAE, has requested India also to be part of this act against the Houthis. And these countries believe that if India can interfere or India can enter into this, then the advantage of that is India can convince Iran not to supply weapons to Houthis. So at that point of time, Iran may stop supplying and Houthi rebellions may become weaker. But India has been neutral in this entire episode, and India is involved only in providing aid to these people in the region. So because of this, what is important for us? The Hodeidah port, right? I don't know how exactly you pronounce it, right? This port is very, very important for you. UPSC may ask you, is it correctly matched, right? So this is an important port. The next important issue that we need to focus is about the Sentosa Island, which is in Singapore. Singapore is in news mainly because of the meeting of several world leaders, especially the meeting of Kim and Trump usually took place here, that is in the Sentosa Island. You will be talking in future mostly about the Sentosa agreement between North Korea and United States of America, if at all the Korean peninsula is denuclearized. Here, I want you people to understand a key word which came out of the summit, that is verifiable, irreversible, denuclearized North Korea is what United States of America is expecting. And fortunately, United States and South Korea has agreed not to have some joint military exercises which they used to conduct every year, so that North Korea feels that they are safe. North Korea and South Korea is also coming together, and they are representing as a single country in few sport events as well. All this is a clear indication that the world is moving towards some sort of peace, especially with respect to nuclear weapons. And in all this, people may focus on the content but not the place where the agreement took place, and that is your Sentosa Island. Right guys, this is another important area. And the same thing associated with North Korea, if we are observing, the North Korea has actually promised that it will be destroying all its nuclear testing facilities. But the places where you have the nuclear testing facilities may also be asked. So for that, you know that the one which separates North Korea and South Korea is the 38th parallel, and we have discussed about it. But the Sohae satellite launching facility is being dismantled, where the North Korea has agreed for this because this has the capacity for long range missiles. Okay, the satellite launching station in future may also help them for long range missiles. So this satellite launching facility will be removed. Next, Yongbyon nuclear facility, they are planning to remove this as well. And then Punggye-ri nuclear test site is the third most important one, which has to be completely destroyed or removed, so that you will not have any launch sites in North Korea. There are several sites coming up. Whenever they are in news, we will be seeing. So I want you to remember about in Yemen, about in Singapore, and also the launching facilities in North Korea. I hope this is clear. Yes. So guys, these are the three things I wanted you to learn in this. And as we have promised, Kalam program, geography optional and several other optional courses have been launched, including the test series. Whoever is interested can actually take up those. The links for all these is provided. Thank you.